Hey guys, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is a timed workout. The rep scheme is going to be 10 reps, 9 reps, 8 reps, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be weighted sit-ups, deadlifts, handstand push-ups, and box jumps. So you're going to go, how it works is you're going to do 10 of all these, then 9 of all these, then 8 until you get to 1. There is a catch. After round 6, you're going to want to do 50 double unders. If you want to make it a little bit harder for yourself and a little bit more cardio, you can add 50 double unders before you start, 50 double unders in the middle, and 50 double unders at the end. Or if you want to make it a little bit easier, take out the double unders altogether. So double unders, optional, depending on what you want. Okay, so we're gonna go over each of the movements and the modifications, and then you guys can go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so the first movement is going to be weighted sit-ups. So there's several ways you can do weighted sit-ups. You can use a plate or a dumbbell or a kettlebell or any other weighted object. If you're using the plate, you're gonna wanna come down and come up and push the plate overhead and push up into the plate, or you can have it resting on your chest. Just make sure it's kind of tilted up and the weight is on your chest so that you're feeling the weight as you're coming up, so you're pushing against it, and you gotta just clear your knees. So that's the plate. You can use a dumbbell, and I suggest resting it on your chest here and just supporting it with your hands and come up. Now, if you're using the dumbbell, I do suggest having something on your feet just to hold your feet down so you can really use those abs there. If you're not ready for weight, that's okay. You can just go ahead and do a regular sit-up. It can't get to the toes, get to the knees, or you want to do a crunch, try to get to those heels. Deadlifts. So we'll use a barbell first and go over the movement with a barbell. You're going to set up at the barbell. Your feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width, and you're going to bring that barbell close to your shins. It should be touching. I like to do a reverse grip, so that means I'm taking one hand palm facing towards me and one palm facing out. This just holds the barbell in place better. You're gonna come down. You always want to have your butt higher than your knee. Your butt should never be parallel to your knee, and it should not be below your knee. So butt is always high, and then chest always up, back always straight. Really want to pull those shoulders back so that weight is not putting pressure on your lower back. So set up at the barbell, it should be nice and tight, and you're gonna just come up and you should be touching your legs the whole time. As you come down, that's when you're gonna slightly bend once you get past your knees, so you get your knees out of the way so you're not hitting your knees. Speaking of being in the way, dogs. So that is the deadlift. So again, chest up, back straight, come down. If you do not have a barbell, that's okay. You can use a dumbbell, and it's gonna be that same movement. You're gonna come down, touch the ground, stand up. You can do the same thing with a kettlebell, or even a plate. Just really want to get those legs engaged there. come back to the handstand push-ups. Let's go to the box jumps. Okay, so with the box jump, you want to set up in front of the box. You're going to jump up onto the box. You make sure your foot is completely on the box, no hanging off. So you're going to come and you're going to jump up, and then you can step down or you can jump down. Now you notice when I'm up, I didn't land in a squat. We want to avoid that. We want to only be in about a quarter squat when we get to the top, and then you're going to extend all the way up before coming down. So modifications would be lower box. You can also stack up plates and jump on that. If you don't have a box, you can do jumping squats. And that's about all the modifications. So we're gonna go into the handstand push-up. We'll do modifications first before we get to the actual sit-up. So modifications. You can either do a regular push-up, which you want a nice, you want your hands underneath your shoulders, nice flat back, come down. Can you get out of the way? Come down and preferably touch that chest to the ground and come all the way up so your arm is completely straight. That would be a complete push-up. If you need to modify that, you can do the modified type too. You can go on your knees and come down. Same thing. You want to come all the way down and come all the way up. You can also use the box that you were previously using for the box jumps. Just lean on the box, come down, and try to touch your chest to the box. You can also do a piked push-up. This kind of simulates sort of the handstand push-up. So you're gonna be in a piked position. Your butt's gonna be in the air, and you're gonna come down and touch your head to the ground. You can also use your box, again, to simulate the handstand push-up. You're gonna come down and you're gonna touch your head to the ground. So now let's get to the wall and different ways to get up on the wall. Okay, that handstand push-up that everybody loves. So 2 ways to get to the wall. You can either kind of cartwheel yourself into the wall, like so. Or you can start on the ground and roll yourself up to the wall. But then once you get up here, you gotta push yourself up. So those are the 2 ways to kind of get onto the wall. If you haven't mastered the handstand push-up, sometimes it's good to just practice getting up onto the wall and kind of hanging out there for a little bit. It also helps build those muscles up. Okay, so we can either do strict handstand push-ups or we can do kipping. So I'll go over both. So strict would just come down, touch the ground. Or you can do kipping, where you come down and come into like a seated position upside down, like you're sitting in a seat. And as you kick up with your legs, you want to kick and push up with your hands at the same time. So that is the handstand push-up. You can also put some, like a ab mat on the ground or a plate so that you're not coming all the way down if you still want to do the handstand push-up, but you're just not there yet. So those are the modifications. So good luck, guys.